What it do again? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I hope you guys are having a great day. Now, with that being said, for you guys today, I have Spright versus ExoSisters in the 2023 Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel qualifier event. And honestly speaking, this is the best deck that you could play in this current meta right now, in my opinion, because this thing bodies most of every top tier deck in the game right now. So with that being said, I realized the other day that a lot of you are new to the game. This is the #1 deck that I would recommend to any newcomer into this game right now. Now the only problem is that you have to deal with Greed Nami. Yeah, that's what I'm calling them, bro. Greed Nami, because they don't want to give you a secret pack for this. They don't want to give you a secret pack for Soso. They don't want to give you a secret pack for this thing. There's a lot of other decks that have been out for a little while now that should be having a secret pack, but Greed Nami doesn't want to give it to you, bro. Because, you know, crafting 3 of these, 2 of these, and then the extra deck, it's a little expensive. So you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, yeah, these are kind of cheap, yeah, but look at this. You kind of need this. You're gonna need 2 of these. Honestly, you could get by with 1, but you need 2 of those. You should be running this in this deck as well. You need the IP because you gotta have these 2, and this thing is a necessary card in the game right now. It helps you out this thing and other things, and you definitely need 2 of these. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the content. If you do, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe on the road to 1,000. And let's get into the replays. Right, gang, here we are for the first replay of the day. I'm only gonna show you 2 today, and also I'm working on from the patrol for you guys. I'm working on a Fur Hire Punk deck, which is why you guys had to see all the freaking cards that I drew in this one match. I'm gonna show you that sometime, maybe this week or the next week. I'm pretty busy. I actually wasn't gonna post a video today, but I hate going more than 2 to 3 days without posting a video, so I gotta post a video. So with that being said, let's get into this right here. I'm gonna normal summon the Spright blue, special summon the blue, getting myself a red. I'm coloring now. Special summon the bread, get the jet onto the field because we're flying. I'm gonna get my Spright smasher because we're about to smash our opponent into oblivion. Now I'm gonna exceed summon into the gigantic Spright. That boy is Aki. Activate its effect, getting rid of a card so I can special summon the Swap Frog. Send the Rono Totem to the graveyard. Use both of these monsters to go into the elf. I'm chefing it up, bro. It's seafood time. So with the Spright Elf, I'm going to activate that thing's effect, bring the frog back onto the field, activate the frog's effect, sending another Swap Frog to the graveyard, activating the Rono Totem, banishing the Swap Frog so I can special summon it onto the field. Now with both of these monsters, we're going to go into the Ice Speed Masquerena. I said Ice Speed. I mean, she is icy, so then we're going to activate the Rono Totem again, banishing a Swap Frog so I can special summon that thing using the jet and the frog. I'm going to exceed summon, twirl it around into the Melffy of the forest. I am one with nature. Activate that thing's effect, get rid of the jet, get myself a Melffy caddy. Then I'm gonna set down our Call by the Grave and our Spright smashers, and then Melffy of the caddy special summon itself during the end phase, right? So here our opponent is gonna activate Dimensional Shifter, aka everybody's using this because of tier limits, but it is what it is. I'm gonna Call by the Grave that thing because I don't want to deal with it, get it out of here. Then I'm going to activate my Spright Elf, bringing the jet back onto the field, right? Because I want to get myself a starter so I can start bodying my opponent again next turn. So again, get this thing out of here, shift into this L. I don't want to see it. Then I'm going to activate the jet, getting myself the Spright starter like I said, and we get hit with Dark Ruler no more. I was so tight, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So here I activate the IP just to so I don't waste time because I gotta activate effects, right? So they're gonna activate the packs, getting themselves a Martha, special summon the Martha, getting themselves an Ellis. Now here I'm gonna activate the Melffy caddy, and honestly I'm only activating because I don't want to see the activation thing pop up and waste my time. But I am gonna activate the Spright smasher because I told you we're smashing our opponent into oblivion. So I'm gonna banish the jet, banish the Martha. This thing is negated like we've already known. Now this thing's gonna activate its effect because I did use the Spright smasher, which I'm certified with the system, but I messed up. But it's all good, it doesn't matter. Now they're gonna exceed summon into the Michaelis, activate the effect of the Michaelis to get themselves an ExoSisters Vadis. Very good. Activate this thing's second effect, they're gonna banish the IP Masquerena, slap my Melffy of the forest. I'm not one with nature anymore. I live in the city now. So yeah, all of that stuff happened. I'm like, okay, bet. And here I started feeling like my barber because I knew I had to run the fade. So let's get it. I'm gonna activate my starter. They're gonna Ash Blossom that thing because it's spring outside. But I got that thing on speed dial, so I gotta call by the Graveyard. Get it out of here. Now they're gonna activate the ExoSister Vadis because technically I'm taking a card out of the graveyard. So I'm like, if that's happening, I might as well activate the Elf. They have the freaking Forbidden Droplet, bro. That is the one thing I did not think they had, but they had that thing, right? So they hit me with the Jesus Tears over here, negating both of my monsters. I'm like, well, dang, okay. Then they're gonna special 2 ExoSisters monsters. So now that this thing gets out of the graveyard, technically that's gonna trigger their effects. Starter's gonna give me my blue. I'm gonna activate the Melffy Caddy, activating the blue. Again, their effects are gonna activate because of Call by the Grave. So with both of these monsters, now they get to Exceed Summon with each one. So with this one, they're going to go into the ExoSister Gabrine. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. I can't speak English and you know that. So with this thing right here, then they're going to Exceed Summon, twirl it around, put it in the pot to get themselves a Caspatel. So now the graveyard is shut down. So I get myself a red onto the hand. Melffy comes back. I get myself a Melffy Penny. They're going to activate the thing's effect. I'm going to activate the Penny, right? Penny is going to ping himself onto the field. Then I'm going to special summon the red, special summon the, normal summon the Caddy. And here I'm going to activate my Spright Gamma Burst so I can start slapping people in the face, right? So we're going to destroy this thing. Slap this thing in the face as well. I don't have more than 2800 damage, so I can't get over that thing, right? And then we're gonna lose our little attack boost, but that's fine because I have so much stuff on the field. I don't really care. We have a monster negate. The only thing that I didn't have that I wish I had was the carrot, but it is what it is. So now they're gonna activate the packs, getting themselves a Martha, right? They're gonna activate that thing's effect. I'm going to negate its effect because I don't want them having 2 ExoSisters monsters on the field. It's not good for me. So now that thing gets negated. But they could still normal summon it, which is what they do. I'm going to activate the Caddy, right? Getting myself a Nimble Beaver for next turn. I'm going to activate the Elf, getting myself the blue back onto the field. They're going to activate the Martha. And here, this is where I goof. Like I said, I'm certified with the sisters, but I haven't played against them or with them in a little while. So here I made the mistake. I was not supposed to do this, brothers. But the only thing that I was scared of was the fact that they could be over my Elf. And then next turn, I don't have another Elf to go into. So I have to protect this thing with my life, right? So now they're going to activate the Martha because I did move a card from the graveyard onto the field, but I already had a plan, right? I get my Jet onto the hand. Martha is going to Exceed Summon into another Michaelis, right? And at this point in time, I started to realize they don't have that much gas in the tank anymore. They're going to activate that thing's effect. Then they're going to get themselves another Vadis, right? They're going to set that thing down, activate the Gabrine. Now this thing is going to get an attack boost. They're going to banish my Elf. And now with both of these monsters, they're going to into the ExoSister Magnifica. And now I'm in trouble, bro, because now this thing gets an attack boost. It gets to attack twice, and they can banish one of my monsters. So they banish the red. They go into the battle phase, slap the other red, slap the blue, and all I'm left with is one blue, bro. How am I supposed to color with just the blue? But it is what it is. Maybe we'll color Ocean or something. So here I'm going to get my Spright starter. I'm going to activate the Nimble Beaver. They're going to activate the Vadis. I'm like, okay, bet. You think I'm going to touch the graveyard. Like I said, I'm certified with the sisters, bro. So they're going to special summon both of these right here, right? I'm going to activate my starter, bringing myself a Pixies. And then with both of these monsters, I'm going to go into my other Spright Elf. I could have sworn I already used 2, but my bad. Here I'm going to go into the Jet. With both of these monsters, I'm going to go into the number 65 Dinging Buster. Now you're probably thinking why. I'm going to tell you why. Because with both of these monsters right here, I'm going to go into the Gigantic Spright. Because I use a Link monster to special summon it, I get an attack boost, right? And now I'm going to detach a material, getting myself another Jet. Now the reason why I did this is because this thing still has its effect, right? But I can attack over it now. So, here I go into the battle phase. I'm going for the attack. They try to banish me, and I'm going to negate that thing. Get it out of here. I'm certified. I don't want to see it. We're not banishing anything. That thing gets negated. They take 500 life points or damage. I slap them in the face. And here I was just going to destroy both of their monsters. And legitimately, they had no gas left in the tank because most people only play 2 Michaelises. And it was GG's, bro. This match was honestly wild, bro. I was intrigued because I thought I was gonna lose. If I didn't actually exceed summon into that thing to negate that thing, we would have gotten washed because I had no gas left in the tank after this. So with that being said, let me show you the other replay. Alright, gang, here we are for the second replay of the day. This one is not that great. I mainly just control them, and I'm gonna explain to you how I was gonna legitimately win the game anyways, but I just didn't want the video to be too short. And also, this is another match against ExoSister. So here they are gonna activate Dimension of Fissure. This is all I've been seeing, bro. This is all I've been dealing with. Like, legitimately, it's just all of these shenanigans. So they're gonna activate the packs. I'm gonna Ash Blast on that thing because it's Spring on my side of the field. So that thing is gonna get negated, get it out of here. So here then they're gonna normal summon the ExoSisters Irene and set down 2 back row, right? Which is still crazy because I'm assuming those are their traps, right? That's what I was thinking. So I activate the Nimble Beaver, getting myself another Beaver. Now I gotta go into the Melffy of the forest because I am one with nature. Now the reason why I did this, just to let you know, is because if I attack with this thing, I have 100 life points more than they do. I can get Zeus onto the field, wipe this thing out of here, and then I can play the game again, right? But no, they got the ExoSister pack, activating that thing, getting themselves an ExoSister monster, which is not what I was worried about. What I was worried about is the fact that I activated this thing, getting myself a caddy. I'm going into the battle phase, and they had the ExoSister Returnia, so now they banished my thing, bro. I'm like, I'm sad. I'm sad. So now I get the Call by the Grave, I activate the Melffy caddy, special summon onto the field. Now here I knew that I was somewhat okay because they only have 2 cards in the grave in the hand, and they're gonna activate this thing's effect, showing us that they have the other Elias. That way they can join to another card. I don't know if they drew into the Martha, but if they did, that is wild. So here I'm like, okay, bet. I started thinking ahead. I'm like, this is an Xyz monster waiting to happen. So I gotta activate the caddy, getting myself a Penny, right? Because now they're going to Xyz summon into the Michaelis. Put it in the pot, cook it up, bring her out here. She's so fire, bro. I mean, she's a water type, but she's fire. I don't know. So then I'm gonna activate the Penny's effect, so that way with both of these summons, I can synchro summon into the Melffy's, Merry Melffy's. Activate that thing's effect. I'm like, we're gonna just have to take a card for a card. The main reason why I did this is because I didn't want them searching for their follower, because this thing right here, they could have comboed off and we would have got bodied, I promise you, bro. So here I activate effect. I'm like, okay, a card for a card. We have to do this right now. Get it out of here and then get that thing out of here. But that thing gets the only thing is that the only sad part about that is that it gets sent back into the extra deck, so that still gives them gas, right? So they're gonna set down 1 back row, and then I'm gonna start my turn, right? So here I normal summon the frog, special summon the red, and I'm going to Xyz summon into my gigantic Spright, right? Activate the gigantic Spright, getting myself a blue, activate the blue so I could get a jet onto the hand. I'm going to special summon the jet, activate the thing's effect, getting myself a smasher, because this is right now the only way that I can get rid of this thing so I could start playing the game, right? So with both of these monsters, I am going to go into the Spright Elf. And because we got rid of the Xyz monster, my card actually went to the graveyard instead of getting banished. So now I have something to recover, and they're gonna scoop. Now the reason why they scoop is because if I bring this thing back out, I can go into IP Masquerade. Now I can banish the Dimension of Fissure. They don't really have that much follow-up. They already used most of their 6 sisters. They only have like 1 or 2 more Xyz that they can go into. And then after that, they're done. But I was completely about to control the game. We have the Maxi. We have the DD Crow, which doesn't matter. But we still have the Call by the Grave, which I could have called by the Grave any one of the 6 sisters that's in there. And it was GG's anyways, bro. With that being said, let's go run over the deck list. Oh, they got the ice cream outside. It's summer. All right, let's go. Oh, ragged. Oh, you wasn't supposed to see this, bro. This is my Spright Pug deck that I was trying to figure out a little while ago. I might just do this, but this is crazy. I don't know. But this is the one that I was trying to show you. So this is the deck list. This is the 40 card deck list. This is the best version of this deck in my opinion. Yeah, if you want to debate it, you could where's it at? Related cards. You could add this thing in here, but personally I don't need it and I don't want it. The reason why is because with this deck you're going to need the monster space. Trust me, bro, you're gonna need the monster space to do stuff. Having this thing on the field to add 2 more monsters onto the field is not that great in my opinion right now. All I need is this, and this, and plus these two for the Melffy package, even though this is not a part of Melffy, but sorry, then this thing. So if you want to run that thing, because I know some people run it, go ahead. I don't recommend it. So now with that being said, we're running 2 DD Crows again because of tier limits. 3 swap throws. You guys saw me go crazy by banishing all of these to keep bringing this thing back onto the field, right? Really good. Also a good level 2. It also, you could make a lot of plays without even ever normal summoning because of this thing, depending if you have a water monster in the hand, right? Then you have your Rona Totem. If you open up with both of these in the hand, you're gonna have a great time. You're just gonna have a great time, bro. So with that being said, 3 Maxis, 1 Colontosa Mystical Beast of the Forest, because we are one with nature, aka you're running this because you're running this. If this thing special summon itself on the field, you know, at the end of the phase, you activate its effect, special summon this thing, now you get to pop a card on the field. Then we are running 3 Nimble Beavers, 1 Melffy of the Caddy. Again, this is for your Melffy package. You're going to activate this thing's effect, get yourself this thing, and then you're going to go into either this or that. Then you have 1 Melffy Puppy, again for this specific reason. This is why you're running it. Then you got 3 Spright Blues. This is basically your main starter to special summon with your starter, if that makes sense. Then we run 3 Spright Jets. Jess is gonna search you out all of your Spright spells. And then we have 1 Spright Pixies. You could take this out. I like it because sometimes it allows me to get a big attack boost with our gigantic Spright, and it allows me to attack over certain big monsters and stuff like that. Then I do run 2 Spright Reds because I want to open up with this thing in the hand if I can. So we don't get Nibiru, which not a lot of people are playing. We don't get Ash. We don't get it helps to not get stopped on first turn, depending on what we're playing, right? Then I am running 1 Spright Carrot because I am Popeyes with the spinach. I'm healthy, right? So we gotta have that thing in there. AKA we're just running this because if we have it on first turn, we don't get evenly matched, which everybody's running. I'm actually thinking about bumping this thing up to 2 because evenly matched is prominent right now, causing chaos, which I will run it too. It's gonna help you against tears. Anyways, we have 3 Ash Blossoms, 1 Harpy's Feather Dusters, 2 Cold by the Graves, 2 Spright Starters, 1 Spright Gamma Burst. This thing is gonna give you a huge attack boost. Honestly, I will run this thing more than 1, but honestly speaking, most of the time, if your board gets set up, you don't need more than 1. You're gonna win within the 3rd turn. This deck can basically, your games are not going to be super long. They're going to feel long because you're going to activate a bunch of effects. Then, did I go over the Spright Smashers? I don't think I did. Anyways, this thing can help you out. Get rid of this thing. Monsters that are unaffected, untargetable, all the extra shenanigans. This is why you run this thing here because it's going to help you get rid of them. Then I run 2 Infinite Impermanence. I only have 2 anyways, but 2 is fine for me, honestly speaking. And here we have Soul Drain, which I'm gonna show you a duel where I took the double max C challenge against tier limits and still won, and it was basically because I had him in a chokehold. They could have won, I think, but I don't know. But either way, this thing is basically shuts down Graveyard and Banish Zone. It just shuts them down completely. So Gotti doesn't like this. Tier limits doesn't like this. Yeah, run that thing. I don't like Floodgates, but I don't care at this point in time, bro. It is what it is. Hero of the Arc Light. Again, this thing is going to give you a monster negate. It also good against Tears or any deck that sends cards from the deck to the graveyard because they're just going to get banished instead. Or from the hand to the graveyard. They're just going to get banished instead. That thing is not good against Gotti. You have that thing on the field and you're playing against a Gotti player. You might have... Well, it depends because they need fish monsters in the graveyard to banish. But still, you might not have a great time. Then I am running 1 Merry Melffys. Again, this is a part of your Melffy package. Then number 65 Dinjun Buster. I definitely recommend running this thing. I might make a combo guide on this deck. I think I will, where I made a crazy saucy board with this thing. But either way, it's a monster negate. You detach 2 materials, negate a monster on the field, right? Really good. Then we have 1 Cat Shark. This is just basically to help you attack over a certain monster, give you gigantic Spright a certain attack boost if you need it. Melffy of the Forest. Again, you're one with nature. This is how you're gonna search yourself out any one of your Melffy cards. Mainly most of the time this thing on your first turn, right? Then Onibimaru Soul Sweeper, this thing is really good when, especially if your opponent has one monster on the field, you don't need that much damage to attack over. You're gonna banish that card, then you're gonna slap him in the face with this thing, right? Really good. Then we have 2 gigantic sprites. Definitely run this at 2. I would not run this at 1, never, because on your second turn, this is how you're gonna help yourself OTK, right? You're gonna make this thing a huge attack, and then you're gonna slap your opponent in the face. Then you're gonna run Zeus because you're running a bunch of Exceed monsters. That if you don't activate this one and you want to go into any one of these, then you have a Zeus hot and ready for the next, well, for your opponent's turn to wipe the board. Then you have IP Masquerade, which is what's gonna help you go into your Nightmare Unicorn, your Meg Knight Crusader Evermatch, which tiers can, they have a really hard time outing that thing. And then Underworld Goddess of the Closed World, also depending on how many monsters you have in the field, but most of the time you have a bunch of them. So then you got 2 Spright Elf. You need this thing in the deck. You definitely need 2. You can't play this deck with 1, bro. It's just, don't do that. You need 2. Then Nightmare Unicorn, again, like I said, this is just to bounce a card back into the deck. Evermax, because a lot of decks can't out this thing very easily. It takes them a little while. And then Underworld Goddess of the Closed World, this thing is just a staple in any deck nowadays, because it helps you out a lot of things, specifically like Evermax and other stuff like that, right? So with that being said, that is the deck list. Again, I think I'm gonna make a combo guide on this. This is the best deck that you could play right now in the game, in my opinion. I legitimately go on crazy win streaks with this deck. Like, I'll go on like a 5-6 win streak. I might lose maybe once or twice, go again on a 5 win streak, maybe lose once or twice. Like, I love this deck. I might make a video trying to make it to the new rank with this deck, but we'll see how that goes, because my time is weird. So with that being said, again, if you guys have any questions, comments, and concerns, please just ask me in the comment question below. I always reply. And I hope you guys keep having a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.